Okay, so Chloride will be returning soon, within 5 days once you guys see this. Actually, yeah, 5 days, within you guys seeing this. So, we're less than a week away from her return. She'll be back on banner, back ready to, do things. And, she's a really good character. However, not necessarily like an amazing character that I love, absolutely cherish, right? She's an okay character. She performs well, but she's not a character who's gonna be an insane value add to people's teams. I feel like she's there. She is heavily reliant on danger reaction, and that is generally where she ends up. Now, you can run her in an overload team. However, I've never been able to experience that because I don't have Chevy, but Chevy will be on her banner, so you guys should have enough fun with that. Yeah, actually, we are gonna put her in first half because I think that'll be a fun team to do. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll just pick healing effectiveness. I'd like to not buff us as much as possible. So yeah, this is generally how I start my rotations with this team. Let's go ahead. Generally, you probably can just add Fiorina there instead. We'll do that just so I don't get hit there. And then, yep, sometimes you can use her E-skill to sort of as a utility for dodge, because it does send you flying forward no matter really what you do. So, yeah, due to me making that mistake at the beginning there, starting with Nahida, we are experiencing some issues. So let's go ahead and let's see, will we keep experiencing issues? Now, something that I thought I was going to have issues with at the beginning of when I was using Chloride is the fact that her durations are just so, like, they're small durations. And that means that we're not going to actually have, like, issues with Fiorina, or not Fiorina, but Nahida. We're not going to have issues with her applying at all. So I just did that so we could, make sure we get all those guys, and then we'll have these guys. Great. We're doing all right. I would prefer a little bit stronger hits there. All right. So let's go ahead. Fiorina seems to be having some pretty big issues, if I'm being honest. Like, this isn't fun, really. I'd prefer if, yeah, let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll need to use Nahida here, and we'll grab this, and we'll do this, and we'll do this, and this. I mean, we're already seeing that she's clearing this within, not a great time, 8:30. It's not great, but hey, comparatively to other DPSs, this team can have some issues, right? Or not this team can have some issues, but this floor can have some issues, right? Yeah, this isn't an impressive time, but I feel like overall I have to kind of give it to him. I mean, this is actually, it's not awful. I've done better with this team, if I'm being honest. I need to get to a point where I can actually hit that guy. All right. And there you go. So we cleared that within 2 minutes. It's not really that great. I'm going to be honest. Like, that really isn't that great. I don't think that that's, some I would say is, even, like, inspiring at all. Like, I really just don't see that greatly. However, we can show off a different side of her, which is not necessarily the amount of damage she does, but the amount of attack she does is very, very useful. It also has been quite a bit since I've played Chloride, so, I might be a little rusty with her. I'll also show this just because I'll also go ahead and show this just so we can, see how this works. It is also a thing of, like, I don't normally use a rotation like this. This is reverse of what I normally do. Normally, I have my rotation sort of planned out through my things. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. There you go. All right. Hopefully, we can clear that. Yeah. It is definitely a lot better if we were to be able to clear that easily within the first thing. All right, so we should start here. Let's go ahead. I don't know if this guy has like 80% electro res or something, because it's very possible that he does, just due to the... Ow! Okay. Dang. All right. Yeah, but this guy, very possible that he has 80% electro res or something. I don't know. I don't get what the GeoVish app does, but yeah, certainly we could see... This team has a lot of off-field damage just from Hyper Bloom, Fiorina, and like Nahida, Official, right? Just a lot of off-field damage. So Chloride's damage as a whole doesn't really matter the most. Generally, it's given as a sort of, what do you call it? It's given as a, are we not going to finish this in time? Well, yeah, generally... Chloride's damage is sort of a bonus on top of what you see. She's also able to trigger Hyper Blooms, and she has a decent amount of Elemental Mastery sort of just built in, so it also helps. My Official isn't built the best, right? This definitely is a team that will benefit from having built characters overall better, but yeah, we cleared that decently well, I would say. I think we probably did at 140 or something. I don't know. But let's go ahead. Let's show off the next chamber, which matters a lot. We now have this team. Let's go ahead and we can show off this team in all of its glory and how it is able to absolutely shred this guy's shield, which is the entire purpose of doing this. Yup, just shredded the shield. And then we'll start doing the damage bonuses and stuff now. I guess we won't refresh them until the end of the rotation here. All right, we'll have to press your Q, then we'll refresh, and here we go. All right, now we're looking actually good. Let's go. Yay. All right. Okay, well, okay. We need to press these skills to heal. Okay. Well, yeah, certainly can be an issue, but yeah, you guys saw there. That's what I wanted to show. Very, very easily done there. We're going to have to keep refreshing, I guess, Fiorina's E-skill at the end of a rotation here, but I mean, that's fine. Okay, well, let's just keep grabbing them, keep attacking them, and yeah, I don't know what time we started here, but yeah, I mean, like I said, my Fischl's not built. You definitely, my Fiorina's also not the greatest, right? Like, you need all of these parts to function as well as they can for this team to seriously do as strong as it can be, and then Fischl dies. Well, I mean, we kind of showed what I wanted to show, though. I mean, like, the shield is mainly what we came here for, and how, like, easily it will destroy the shield, which is something that I don't expect is going anywhere. I'm expecting that shield to be used in this abyss or multiple abysses beyond this point, right? There are Natlan characters that will, you know, delete the shield faster. There are Natlan characters that will do it slower because Knish only attacks like a couple times a rotation. He doesn't really do a lot to the shield. However, someone like Chaska will do a lot to the shield. So yeah, that's just, you know, what I have for Clorinde. She's a decent DPS. I like her a lot. She's good. Now, is she like an amazing S tier DPS? Not at all. Not at all. This is a team I pull out when I don't really have that many other characters to like use or something, or maybe like, you know, oh, we have extra aggravate damage this abyss or something, right? Something like that. I don't really use this character a lot. This character isn't someone who I'm like a go-to user of. Sure, she's at level 9, level 6. I think a lot of people, from what I've seen, nobody talks about her burst. Her burst, like, I've always loved this burst. It does so much damage. Like, it's so good. Even at level 6, I feel its damage impact, right? And, you know, one thing that she also has is that, ooh, that's a lot of crit rate. I might have switched my artifacts around. Well, she does give herself 20% crit rate somewhere, right? Or her HP, yeah, 20% crit rate from this. That is pretty good. That's pretty good. I cap over at 106 crit rate. That's a little weird. But sure, I think I might have gone a little bit changing my artifacts, but I mean, it's not like she's doing a majority of the damage here. The team sort of works together. You have Fiorina, you have Fischl, all these characters are going to be working together, and as I told you, like, my Fischl's not here. She's not here, apparently. Okay, she really is not here. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, like, she's got the stats, but, like, she doesn't at the same time, right? You know, and then also, if we look at my Fiorina, on top of that, my Fiorina, oh, no, that's my Nahida. My Nahida also isn't that great, but, like, this is, like, very low investment sort of deal. Like, you could definitely get away with running, like, lower energy recharge on Fiorina, and maybe, like, ideally, instead of running this weapon, you'd end up using, like, this weapon, Prototype Amber. You get 6 energy for, you know, Nahida's burst, which is good. You know, Nahida does struggle with energy a bit on this team. I think there was one time where I didn't burst with her. And then she generates, like, HP for all party members. It's a very good weapon for on this team specifically because Fiorina, you know, gets the extra damage bonus as long as you're doing stuff. I don't know where that is, but, yeah, it should be somewhere around here. You can see here, this is basically the same thing as Nevi, where if she's draining HP from 4 party members, she gets more damage, so you want to be able to get the 4 party member drained HP. So this wasn't a great way of, like, showing the team, right? I'm probably just going to do this as, like, a Clorinde. I might not even call it a showcase. It might just be, like, returning soon or something, because this team isn't really, like, the refined, like, thing that you could do with a showcase, right? However, I do just, like, if you wanted to see gameplay of the character, this definitely provided that, I feel like, and it provided decent results, I would say. She's not a bad character. But, like, you know, it's not like you can just put it's not like you can have one of your supports be run on Thrilling Tales with instructors at level 0. Like, it's not like you can have your support be like that. I'm gonna be honest. You can't have one of your supports be like that. You can't have 2 of your supports be like that. You need all of these characters to sort of work, have good builds, and, you know, that is a requirement for this team. I feel like that is something that you should be wary of. If you plan to summon for Chloride, you're probably going to have to invest into other characters. Now, as for Overload Chloride, I can't speak to that much because I don't have Chevy, and I've never bothered to use Overload Chloride because it's never been something that I cared about. However, I've heard good things of Overload Chloride. I've heard like it's like one of her best teams, right? So I would say, you know, hey, that's a good way to go if you don't want this level of investment, because I imagine Chevy won't be that heavy of investment that you would have to put in. So yeah, I like this character. I'm going to be honest. I use her, and I like using her. It's just that she's not super powerful, so she's never my go-to option. I think that's the easiest way I can explain it. Really good in terms of playing, not so good in terms of, like, you know, but yeah, I think this character, she'll age fine. I don't expect her to randomly fall off a cliff. I think she's going to be really good. I think she's going to be at this level for a very long time. I think she'll be fine. I think she'll work fine. And hopefully people who do summon for her will enjoy her. So yeah, I am still a little sick, so we're getting over it, but don't worry, guys. So yeah, if you enjoy the character, have fun with her. So yeah, she'll be coming out in 4 days, whenever this video goes live. And you guys will be able to see 5 days, 22 hours, 30 minutes. I will see you guys when that is time. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy. And if you really enjoyed, feel free to become a member. And thank you guys for your support. Goodbye.